In this demonstration, we will talk about proactive monitoring. NerveCenter can monitor for known patterns or indicators that have historically preceded an outage, or NerveCenter can monitor for concerning trends on devices. No matter how good a monitoring system is, there are going to be times when there's an outage that did not get detected ahead of time. When a significant outage occurs, many IT groups have a post-mortem. To determine what caused the outage, they resolve the issue, and the number one question is, how can we prevent this from happening again? At this point, they go back through the logs and identify the indicators that led to the outage. The group now knows what happened and why it happened. This intelligence can be built into the monitoring with NerveCenter so that we can avoid a similar outage in the future. We can build NerveCenter models to proactively monitor for those specific patterns and indicators. In order to minimize noise and alerts, many monitoring solutions are forced to set their monitoring thresholds particularly high. Let's say they set the threshold at 80% CPU utilization on a given device. If they observe the CPU spiking to 78%, they will not alert and might throw that data away because it did not meet the alert criteria. Additionally, with the threshold set at a high CPU utilization level, a monitoring solution would not detect a concerning increase in utilization. Other solutions may not help with the scenarios on the prior two slides. Now let's consider a NerveCenter model monitoring for high CPU utilization. Let's say we identify high CPU usage. We do not alert at this time. Instead, we recheck and find the CPU usage has returned to normal. No alert is generated, but should this transient condition be ignored? There was an issue, and there's no reason to ignore it completely. With finite state modeling, we can remember that we reached a high CPU condition and begin to monitor it more closely. Because NerveCenter affords you more control over your monitoring and alerting, you can set your monitoring threshold much lower. We could say that while 65% CPU utilization might not be worth alerting an operator, it is worth remembering. We set our model to check CPU utilization with a lower threshold. We remember the data, suppress the alert, and return to the ground state to check again. With the stored information, we can develop models to notify on unusual spikes or concerning trends in the data. With NerveCenter, you can also have control over who you alert and how. Maybe you don't want to alert an operator when CPU levels are high, but not yet at a crisis level. Or maybe if you see repeatedly high CPU from an application, you will want to notify the application developer. This intelligence can be incorporated into the NerveCenter model. The NerveCenter model can store high CPU data on the application and email the developer with all of the data collected. This is all automated, and it might allow the application developer to proactively address the issue. With NerveCenter, remembered non-alert events are correlated to predict network issues or outages. Your monitoring is customized to watch for predictive patterns. NerveCenter can accomplish proactive monitoring in many ways with many variations. You can use NerveCenter with these capabilities to avoid costly outages.